Grand day, amazing souls. So, I want to start off by saying that I am a recovering people pleaser. Yay me! I pat myself on the back, right? And just thinking back to family, those who I've incarnated with, they would always say, "Oh, excuse me, you're so nurturing. You're just so nurturing." And I think they were just trying to be nice, and they always saying that I was the nurturer in the family. Like, I don't care what happened, I emitted this frequency of love, and that was simply because I knew that the world, especially those beings, they needed more of that in the world, right? So what I did was I started really looking at um how I nurtured everyone else. And I started to give myself that nurturing, right? It's okay to want to pour out to others, but are you being reciprocated that same thing that you're pouring out to others? And this was something that it took me eons to understand. You know, boundaries is one of the things that I had to really understand. This is a karmic lesson for me, boundaries. And amongst other things that deal with that number eight energy, I really look at the number I really look at the boundaries and say, once I'm able to set healthy boundaries, everything else will really pretty much um rise, shift into place, right? And I'm in this number eight apartment, gratitude. And it's really bringing me to a place in a space where I can, I can be grateful for the space that I am, where people, try to play mind games with me. And I see them, I've always seen them from a mile away, but it was like I had to be in this people pleaser because it was like my dad always taught us that we have to love and we have to be in our loving energy and we have to love the world so much that that God loved us. And however, one thing that I had to understand in my later years is that just because God loved the world does not mean that we have to allow people to walk all over top of us. So, what boundaries do you need to set or would be beneficial for you to set in your life, whether that's through your finances, whether that's through any of your relationships, either parents, siblings, friends, platonic relationships? What boundaries do you need to really set? And I think that's what it all truly boils down to is the boundaries. You know, I always thought that if I set these boundaries, I thought that people would not want to be in my life, where that's totally not the case. It's actually reversed. Those that really want to stick around in your life are the ones that want boundaries. They need boundaries because think of it like this others don't have boundaries as well. And not to look at it in a way that we are comparing ourselves, but people need boundaries. People need to know what lines they should not cross. I tell you one thing, they respect the government. You know why? Because the government give them boundaries. The government set clear boundaries. You are to work hard, you are to pay your taxes, and at the beginning of each quote unquote year, physical year, you will get taxes. Got some more boundaries. Hey, the police department, you don't hurt no one. You don't drive with a broken tail light. You don't drive without a bad license. You don't drive without a bad registration. You don't hurt nobody. Excuse me. Oh, you come to court. You pay your dues. You pay your fines. You pay your taxes. Hey, they set clear boundaries. And guess what? 4, 5, 6. They are what's the word that I want to use? They are respected. Those boundaries are respected. And I'm just bringing this up because if you really look at it, people need boundaries. You know, being a number five through and through is is boundaryless. I mean, it's boundless, and that's only because I come from, you know, the stars. There's no boundaries. Love is the only thing that really matters. But here on planet Earth, this is a game. And every game you have rules, which you can look at as boundaries, right? So in this game called Earth, what boundaries do you set? What rules are set for you that you have to follow? 555, right? What rules do you want to change? And these are boundaries that you set for yourself. And one of the boundaries that I set for myself is I no longer choose to engage with souls who want to play mind games with me. I've graduated from mind games. I understand that everything is mental. Everything is mental, right? Um, another boundary that I've set is the way individuals communicate with me. I see you a million miles away. If you're not coming correct, my higher self is going to let me know. Just like in my travels last night, I don't call it dreams because that's the real world. In my travels last night, I was given so much information. I was like, whoa, whoa. I mean, I kept on getting up just to write them down because I have to write them down. They'll go somewhere else. They'll be out in the ether somewhere, and I'm like, hey, yourself, please bring me this crumb back. I need the Hansel and Gretel part of this game, right? So, what boundaries are you setting? And just engaging with other souls, we can all afford to either set some boundaries or renegotiate the boundaries that we have set because some of us we have boundaries that are just out of bounds and nobody want to step across them and they wonder why they ain't got a man. Well, compromise, ma'am, compromise much we need, you know. So, um, yeah, that's all I have for today. If you haven't heard it today, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. Peace. Have an amazing rest of your day.